Hi, everyone. My name is Liz Simmons, and I am the current co-chair of PQ for Schools Community of Practice. Current meaning September 2022. I'm currently the co-chair for PQ for Schools. I don't know if I'll always be the co-chair if you're watching this, but in any case, I plan on being with this community for a while, so you can totally reach out to me. What am I doing today is I'm going to show you why become a part of PQ for Schools, right? What is this and why is it important to us? So let me just share screen real quick and we're gonna go to slideshow. There we go. All right, so like I said, PQ for Schools, community of practice. What are we? Who are we? What's our vision? Well, our vision, it's a big one, you guys, right? PQ is the leading mental fitness provider for students and educators around the world, offering a consistent framework facilitated by expert coaches. It's a huge vision. We're not talking about one school. We're not talking about one town. We're not talking about one district, one state, one country. We're talking about the world. We're talking globally, which is why we need a community. This is why we need to come together because the vision is so huge. We need more people in this with us to bring this framework to the schools. So what are our core values, right? We sourced our community and we found these are basically our core values, right? Coaching every student, right? Not just the high achievers, not just the ones that are struggling, every student. Diversity, inclusion, equality, and equity. Important. Innovation, right? Thinking outside the box. Let's think differently. It's lifelong learning too. I mean, if we are in schools, we better still be learning, right? Because that's where you learn. And if we're trying to get people to understand, hey, education is important, well, we need to be examples of that we're still doing it even at our age, even outside of school. Integrity and service, right? Who better to serve than those that are serving our youth and the youth themselves? Curiosity and creativity. Let's constantly try to get curious about things. Let's constantly ask questions, right? There is no bad question. Modeling is a core staple of learning. And this is really, really important. And this is why we're doing schools and not just youth, because we understand that the youth learn through modeling. What they see is what they do. We need to support our teachers and our educators and school administration and support their mental fitness so that then they can model mental fitness to their students. But if they keep pushing themselves aside, if they keep negatively talking bad about themselves, or if they keep motivating themselves through guilt and shame, that is what students will be doing as well. Even if they say, no, don't do that, but they're still modeling it, it doesn't make sense. Kids will pick up on that. We need to do what we say, and we need to support these teachers. They need it. They're undervalued and underappreciated. And this could really change how they look at their current situations and how they interact with kids. Empathy and compassion, impact on a growth mindset, importance of play. I don't know when play became this thing where all of a sudden you tell your kids, go out and play, go out and play. And then all of a sudden we're not playing anymore, even though studies have shown that play is extremely important when it comes to learning. And so if we can get the kids when they're still playing and say, no, you got to keep playing throughout your whole life, guy. No, yeah, I'm serious. Just keep playing throughout your whole life. What a difference that would make. How much happier would we all be if we actually played more? And so how are we executing our vision? How are we, getting these core values into the schools? Well, some of us have been able to do professional development for educators. So in the United States, teachers and educators need to meet so many CEUs like every 3 years. Some of us have been able to go through states or agencies and be certified as professional development for these educators so that then they're actually getting CEUs for taking the course. Workshops for youth. Some of them are going in and they're working with youth after school or during school hours, and they're talking about conflict management and judgment and how to be aware of your own judge. And we're actually being able to go in and have them get into their judge. We're putting them into that state of judgment, understanding it, sitting with it so that they can recognize it later on and be like, oh, wait, that's my judge. Working with teachers in the classroom. Some of us have been, working with teachers in alternative education, and we go in once a week and we talk about things like challenges and obstacles and comparison and ask the kids, well, what are your challenges and how are you talking to yourself about them? Oh, okay, well, what happens if you said it differently, right? Working with school administration as well, because we know school administrations are getting pulled from one area to another area, and there's so many different people that are pulling on them that they don't know what to do. And working with them to support them to have better understanding of sitting back, taking a moment, and really seeing what's important. And then working with soon-to-be teachers, because teachers are taught how to teach a curriculum, right? But they're not really taught how to coach. And when it comes to teaching, if we can have more teachers that are coaches to support the kids and focus on the process and focus on the good and reframe from the very beginning, then it will be a huge change in the future generations, right? And so these are our whys. Why are we doing this? Well, we want to equip teens and teachers and parents with skills and tools to handle challenges without stress. Stress is not good. Play is good, right? To support the youth with new tools and training to shift the collective consciousness of the world and how we operate as a society. I told you, our vision is big. It is big. We need more people. We need more PQ coaches to make these things happen. We can't do this alone. This is why we're a community. For every inner child that has to work with their inner judge and give them empathy and the tools for life, right? Have that inner child still be supported. Have kids understand who their judge is, what that voice is, and then be able to still hold on to their inner child and say, no, I'm not going to treat you that way. I'm not going to say that stuff to you. That's just rude. And then deeply driven to provide mental fitness tools in a broader population to support, I gotta move this, to support and educate mental fitness of all ages with a simple to understand language. The earlier, the better. One of the greatest things I love about PQ is the language. Saboteurs, sage. Like, kids are going to get that. Everybody can get that. Good versus evil, you know? And I'm telling you now, also, students love to hear about the neurology of it. So, as I said, we need to do this. This is a huge vision. So, what does that mean? Well, that means we have a leadership team. You know, we have a chair and a co-chair. We have a planning team, tech and resources team, graphic content, communication and membership administration. We have people literally in all these positions, people that are helping us create PowerPoints, people that are helping us create logos. We're coming together and literally creating lunch and learns, right? So that then we have all of that information, we have all of those resources, and then we can just disperse it out. So when the coaches come in, we create it all together, and then we go off on our own and disperse it out. It's so important to have this leadership team. It's so important to have coaches that are doing this. And so how do you guys become a member? Well, we have open enrollment on October 1st, January 1st, April 1st, and July 1st. Our meeting time, so we meet once a month, the second Wednesday of every month at 8 a.m. Pacific Coast time. And visit our website down there. The sites, Google, just look at that, write it down if you need to, and then sign up for us. We are committed though. We ask for a declaration of commitment. We need active members. This is a huge, huge cause. And if you have any questions at all, you can email me at lizsimmons@strength-grace.com. So thank you very much, and I hope to see you in the community. All right, bye.